Welcome back. In this segment, we will be discovering how to add users to the system and create credentials. A user is anyone in the community who will carry a credential. So that basically means everyone. Team members, residents, family or visitors, and vendors that you would like to have access to the building are considered users. I already know what you're thinking. Not everyone needs to have access to everything. I don't want visitors in the bedrooms. Great news! Each and every door in the community can be edited to allow only the people you want to have access. We use access groups to simplify the programming process when you're adding access to users. Most of the access groups have already been added based on our experience with communities all over the country and what they have in common and how they operate. Even though we have created the access groups for you, they can still be edited, and access can be given to a user on an individual basis. If it's not clear to you now, don't worry. We'll spend a little more time in a later chapter going into the details of the hows and whys of access groups. For now, let's just look at how to add a user to the system. Adding users to the system is a simple process with 4 basic steps: adding a user, adding a credential to the user, adding access to the credential, and then saving your changes. This process is important. If you're taking notes, this is one of those things you want to be sure and get. I'll give you just a minute to copy it down. Now that you have those notes copied down, let's add a user. The first step is clicking the navigator icon on the toolbar. It's the one that looks like a group of people. Once here, you can choose to edit an existing user or add a new one. Before we try to edit a user though, let's look at adding one first. You'll notice a common theme in this software, and that anything you want to add is an icon with a green plus symbol on it. Kind of like this tiny faceless man who looks like he's holding a green shield. Click the Add button, and it opens a form to add users. The only required information is the user's first and last name. However, if you want to add job titles or things like family member or vendor in the other fields, it can help with reporting later. The more data you put in, the better data you will get out later. Once you have a username in, then the next step is to add a credential. Navigate to the bottom of the window and click the button to add a credential. Did you notice the green plus again? The first thing you will do is add the card number. Here is where you will use the enrollment reader. Just place the credential on the enrollment reader and it will fill in the card number for you. If you know that you want the credential to automatically expire, you can set that date here. Otherwise, leave it blank and it won't ever expire automatically. Next, click the Access Rights tab. This is where you will find all of the preloaded groups to speed up the process of who gets what access. For staff, all you will need to do is choose the access group that they are in and then click OK, unless you have a nurse call system integrated with PremiSys. If you aren't sure if you have a nurse call integration, feel free to ask your on-site trainer or reach out to tech support and they can clarify this for you. If you do have the integration, then you will need to select the access group, then click the User Levels tab, and then add your nurse call system alert reset in slot 1, then click OK. The nurse call reset is typically only added for those staff members that will be carrying pagers or some other alerting device. After that step, for staff, you're done, and you can click OK. You can click Save at the top of the screen and close the window. For residents, though, there is one more step. You will need to assign the unit to the resident. On the Access Rights tab, click the Engage Devices tab, and then select the unit that your new resident will be living in, and then click OK. All there is left to do is save it. If you forget to click Save and you close the window, the system will prompt you that you are about to delete the new information you just put in and give you a second chance to save the new user. Let's recap the highlights of what we just learned. First, anyone with a credential is a user. Second, access to any and all doors can be assigned on a user-by-user basis. Third, access groups help to organize and streamline the types of access users can have. Congratulations, you just added a user to the system and programmed a credential for them. The next segment, we will look at removing access from a user and deleting a user from the system. If you need further assistance or have questions the video didn't answer, please email support@tech-sage.com to connect with a tech support agent. Thanks for watching.